Hey guys, welcome to the channel. It's Hamza, and just like every day, we are going to go over my portfolio. Now, the goal here on the portfolio is to get to $1 million by the end of 2021. So we are going to have to make a couple of bold moves over this year to make sure that we hit that number. But before we hit the $1 million, as you guys can see, I'm actually down quite a bit. I'm down $8,000 for today. And before that, if I hit the 1 week chart, which is right here, you are going to see that I am actually down from $169,000, which is almost $170,000, to $140,000. In fact, if I click the 1 month, because just prior to the week on February the 16th, it says I was at roughly around, well, I was actually at $175,000 right there, 175, and currently I'm sitting at $140,000, which means I lost $35,000 in the span of like almost 1 week. 1 week, $35,000. Wow, what am I doing wrong? Well, actually, I am not doing anything wrong. We did have a major sell-off in the tech space, which I'm heavily invested in, and other spaces as well, of course, as I'm going to show you guys in today's portfolio. So nothing to worry about. In fact, we did end up making a lot of money in this downturn. So even though I do have a paper loss, we did sell quite a bit of stocks at a high price and bought them back at a discount. And I am going to show you guys some of the examples of that as we progress through today's portfolio. So first thing we're going to do is cover the options. I am losing massively in Clove, but as you guys can see, I have till December, so I'm not too worried about it. Apple actually regaining some of the losses from yesterday. Yesterday, I was down roughly around $8,000 on Apple, and today, as you guys can see once again, I am only down $5,600. Ironic, right? $5,600 only. Relative to my portfolio, that is actually a pretty big number. The first thing that went green for me today was DraftKings. And in fact, I think it's the only thing that is actually in the green since I bought it. So DraftKings in the green, Fubo in the red, GM in the red, NEO in the red. Now NEO, actually, I did recoup some of those losses. So NEO basically did come back from the dead, right? So it seems like we have hit a bottom. By the way, talking about bottoms, I am seeing a lot of other YouTubers saying that they are buying the dip. Now for me, I did make some purchases today, and we are going to go over those later. However, I don't think that we are completely done. I want to see a little more volume in the market. I know that the Fed spoke today and there was a little bit of optimism in that speech. However, I don't think we are done. I would like to see a little more volume for the next couple of days in order for me to feel comfortable and invest more money into the market. That's right, you guys heard me correctly. I am going to be investing more money, which means I'm going to be depositing more funds into this account so that we can invest and get to that $1 million a little quicker. Hope. Nokia, I am down $260, but I was down $400. Nokia is a recent addition to the portfolio, a very high risk recent addition to the portfolio. I just added Nokia yesterday, but I was down $400 when market closed. So I am up a little bit. I am still losing a little bit of money, but I'm not too worried about it because I think the risk reward factor for me here is huge. I have only a couple of $1,000s at risk, and the potential play could be tens of thousands of dollars in profit. So I am going to hold Nokia till the end of 2021 and see what happens and what kind of a profit I can make on Nokia. Now, I am a firm believer in their 5G technology, which is why I specifically bought 100 calls of Nokia. PLTR in the red once again. Now, these calls I bought at a lower price than when I bought the stock. So my stocks, I am losing a lot, but the options, I'm not losing that much. So what that means is, as the stocks start recovering, I am going to go green on the options. And of course, every analyst right now is anticipating PLTR or putting PLTR at $40. So I'm not worried about it at all. ExxonMobil in the green. Thank you for something being in the green in this portfolio. Snow losing quite a lot of money, but as you guys can see, all of these charts, Snow, NEO, Jumia, BNGO, everything seems like it is on an uptrend. Now, BNGO, I want to show you guys an example, and this gives you access to what members get access to, right? So BNGO currently sitting at $11.65, but there is something that I do want to show you guys. So every time I buy or sell a stock, I do post an alert in the members only section right here on YouTube. So if you guys want those alerts, hit the join button. It's right next to the subscribe button. And of course, you would be supporting this amazing growing community. So let me give you guys an example of what BNGO looked like for me. So we did end up selling BNGO Feb 19th when I posted an alert for all the members at $14.09. And then we picked up 250 shares at $12.89. Now, we didn't pick up all 400 shares at that price because I did mention that I do think that BNGO is going to dip further, which it did, and then we ended up picking 250 shares more. So if you average all of this out, we actually picked at roughly around $11. So we sold it at 14, picked it up at 11. So we basically made $3 a share right there. And then so ACB down, not too worried about it. Piton down. Hopefully we're going to get Piton to break even soon so I can get it out of this portfolio. Piton is a part of another portfolio that I own. I just don't want it to be a part of this one because I don't think it has enough momentum or a catalyst to move it high enough so that we can get to that $1 million. We are looking at almost a 10x return here over 1 year. So I am going to have to take a little bit more risk than Piton. So Piton needs to be out. We need to get a little more risk into this portfolio. Excel Fleet, as you guys can see, Excel Fleet has been the bane of this portfolio. I just keep losing money and I can't figure out a way to get out of it. Now, I do own 2 calls of Excel Fleet that expire in May, which I am a little worried about, which I'm starting to get a little worried about. But hopefully, if they recover and they do well, I am going to be able to at least break even on those 2 calls, which I'll be totally okay with. The rest of it, I own 225 shares and I continue to hold them until Excel Fleet gets out of the hole. Now, there may be a catalyst. This is what you guys need to understand. With these high-risk stocks, there may be a catalyst where these stocks can move from 0 to 100 in no time. It's very common, and it's been happening just because we have had such a crazy bull run over the past few months. So Nndm over here losing $500, but Nndm is another prime example of what kind of access members get. I did tell you guys to scale into Nndm, and some of you did. And in fact, some of you even got better pricing than me, which means I'm losing, you may be making money on Nndm just based on the signals that I gave you. Open Door still doing very well. We are still in the green. We are going to continue to scale into Open Door. Once I receive my funds, once I add funds to this portfolio, we are going to buy a little more Open Door Technologies because it is my preferred stock for 2021, and I really think that now is the best time to buy this share. MLND and NAK we're not going to talk about. As you all know, they're not supposed to be a part of this portfolio. We're just waiting for them to break even, and then we're going to get rid of both of these stocks. Clove losing quite a bit of money today. CHEK not losing so much, but still in the red. ISR in the red. SRPT in the red. Nokia in the red. But Nokia, remember, we have those 100 calls that we think are going to make us a lot of money. Now, nothing is guaranteed, of course, and those are high-risk calls. So if you guys do decide to buy them, just consider the risks and make sure you can sleep at night if you lose a couple of $1,000s, okay? PCTI, not too bad. TRIT, not too bad. Lightbridge actually had a little bit of a decline. I didn't think that they were because they were holding pretty strong yesterday, but they did, which is okay. We're not too worried about Lightbridge. Now, VGAC, I'm kind of disappointed in. I really believe that when I bought it, it was at its absolute bottom. It did go down a little bit after that, and I hope the SPAC is able to merge with the company that it is supposed to. So if you guys don't know what VGAC is, Google it. Richard Branson has an amazing idea. It's in the genome space. Well, it's not really genomics, but it is in the genomic space, and hopefully they are going to do very well once that merger is announced. I actually think I should probably cost average and buy a little more VGAC for this portfolio. It is higher risk once again, but it will get us to that $1 million in 2021 if there is news of a merger. Sana, not looking so good. PLTR, not looking good at all, but PLTR is a solid buy, not just by me, but by big economists and, of course, by ARK Invest as well. So Kathy Wood is a big believer, and I know that she picked up a lot of PLTR the first time it had dropped. So it's right around $26, I believe, right now, which is actually a really good buy point even for me. So I may consider buying some more PLTR once I have some more cash in this portfolio. WWR down, VXX down, UVXY down. Now, I actually know people who bought these at the absolute high today because they were starting to panic and they thought we were going to see a lot of volatility. There's a big difference between shorting the market and volatility. And if you guys are interested in understanding more about that, just put it in the comments below and I'll talk about the differences between buying something like UVXY or SQQQ and what the differences on those are, because it's very important to understand what the differences for SQQQ and VXX UVXY are. GNOG in the red, nothing new there. NGAC in the red, Pace in the red as well, EXPI in the red, Time in the red. I really think that Time's time is very soon. So let's be patient and see what Time has to offer us. Tesla in the red. Tesla had an amazing dip today, $620 at its lowest point. I hope some of you were able to buy it at that price. If not, we may see that opportunity come again sometime later this week. So we just have to hang on and see what happens. GRWG in the red as well, ITRM in the red, AGTC in the red, GHVI in the red as well. NSPR in the red is a recent addition to the portfolio. I am going to be adding another 500 shares of NSPR. SFTW was an addition I made today. I wanted to add a little more helicity in the portfolio today as well, but I didn't. Instead, I went ahead and bought SFTW. So SFTW, in addition for today, it did run up a little bit. We are going to continue to scale in to this company before the merger is announced. Now that we've covered the stocks, I'm quickly going to go over the crypto. Doge, we are down $43, not a big deal. Bitcoin, we are at $48,500. And as you guys can see, my average for Bitcoin is $30,000. I'm also quickly going to show you that I did buy Bitcoin yesterday and today, and I did post alerts on both of those buys. I also quickly want to go over Ethereum. It is currently sitting at $1,567. I also did post alerts yesterday and today that I did go into Ethereum. Just like that, my name is Hamza, and I'll see you guys next video.